Most respected colleagues, the second report to be considered is that of Committee on Public Petitions on the petition by Ajet Survey on behalf of 5,000 internally displaced persons against the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, concerning land acquisition, demolition, unlawful eviction, and compensation claims. And I invite Laori, Kwamoti to give the synopsis of the bill, of the report, as the chairman of that public
Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Petition Committee.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable members. Kwamoti Bitrus Laori, representing the Amsanuma Lamode Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, this was a petition that was received during plenary in March 2024, and it has to do with the right-of-way of NNPC pipeline that passed through this community, and the community, all survey and things were done, but till date, no compensation has been given to this community where all those pipelines passed. And it is the findings of this committee that, and also recommend that the House should resolve to adopt the recommendation and order the NNPC to pay them. And also this is in line with the resolution of the 8th Assembly on the same matter.
Don't worry.
Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable colleagues, the report before us has only 3 recommendations that was approved by the committee. I'll just ask recommendation 1, recommendation 2, recommendation 3. Most distinguished colleagues, the third report to be considered is that of Committee on Public Petition on the petition by award-winning Consult Limited on behalf of Mr. Asedere Otuke Edwin against the British Oil and Gas Exploration Production Company Limited for alleged unlawful termination of appointment. I invite Honorable Laori Kwamoti to give the synopsis of the bill. Honorable Laori, make it brief again.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. This is a petition that was received in this House on the 2nd of July 2024 on the alleged unlawful termination of employment. The committee have gone through the labor laws and all the documents that were presented, and it is the committee's finding that Mr. Otuoke Edwin is entitled to the relief he sought, and therefore the committee do recommend that this House resolved to order that he paid the necessary compensation, which is in line with the recommendation number 7.1 on the paper.
Thank you. Thank you again. Honorable colleagues, the report before us has 3 recommendations. The question is that we vote on this recommendation to become part of the report. So the question is, recommendation 1 carried? Carried. Recommendation 2? Carried. Recommendation 3? The fourth report to be considered is that of Committee on Public Petitions, again on the petition by Prince Martin Solomon Efang against Mobile Producing Nigeria Limited, ExxonMobil Corporation, now Seplat Energy, a letter of protest on the non-payment of compensation to the affected victims, need for intervention. I invite Honorable Laori Kwamoti again to give us a mini synopsis of this particular report. 1 minute, please.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, honorable members. This was a petition that was received on the 10th of October 2023. The committee has gone through the report, and incidentally also this same issue was resolved by the 9th Assembly, and so the committee now moved this House to adopt the recommendation that was done at the 9th Assembly in respect of this. So I urge the House to adopt the recommendations of the committee.
Those in support of recommendation 1 say aye. So you are used to your carried. Recommendation 1, recommendation 2, recommendation 3, recommendation 4 as amended. The fifth report to be considered is that of Committee on Public Petitions on the petition by TEMP AKS Men Community MUO on behalf of Paramount Rulers, Youth and Women of Ikotabase, Ibino, Mbo local government areas of Akwa Ibom State against Total Energies Nigeria Limited, Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission for non-inclusion in host community development trusts as provided for in the Petroleum Industry Act PIA 2021. I invite Laori to give the synopsis of the bill, of the report.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable members, this was...
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, beg your pardon. This was a petition received on 30th April 2024, and the committee have gone through the petition and have accordingly made recommendations, and also the legal basis of the recommendation is found in paragraph 8.1. And it is the committee's finding that initially this community has been so recognized as host community, but after the PIA, they were excluded, and it is the committee finding that they ought to be part of host communities, and so recommend. Thank you.
So on recommendation 1, you want the NUPRC to establish a new, a separate host community development trust, or to add them to the existing community development trust, since they were excluded.
Is to add them to the existing community trust.
Yeah, I think that is what it should read.
Yes.
That they should be added to the existing community development trust instead of creating a new structure independent of what they're already working with, so that mutatis mutandi, whatever is applicable to the other people will apply to them. So we consider that as amended?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Right. Honorable colleagues, we have 3 recommendations. So recommendation 1 as amended. That was not seconded. That amendment he recommended was not seconded. Can somebody second that amendment? I want to see, yes, please. Yes, with the white cap.
Right, the chairman, their colleagues, haven't listened to the amendments so ably moved by the chairman of the Public Petitions Committee. I hereby second the amendment as so moved. I so second.
So, recommendation 1 as amended, carried. 2, 3. The 6th report to be considered is that of Committee on Public Petition on the petition by Dogo Isaac Imoje against Nigerian Immigration Services on wrongful dismissal from service. I invite Laori again to give us synopsis of the bill, of the report, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
That will be the last we are considering, so well done.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is a matter of, the matter was received 14 November 2023, and also it's a matter that the committee has handled and gone through it, and the petitioner also has a substituting judgment from the National Industrial Court, and our recommendation is also in line with the judgment of the court, and we so recommend. And I urge the Committee of the Whole to so adopt this recommendation.
Yeah, again, we have 2 recommendations, and one reads that the House should direct the respondent, which is Nigerian Immigration Service, to pay the petitioner all his outstanding salaries, benefits, and arrears. I would like us to include Committee on Interior, okay? Because that falls under the amended. So So this communication should go from the Secretariat, from the clerk, to Interior, and then from there they will attach it and send a letter to Ministry of Interior. Are you in agreement, Chairman? Because if you leave it hanging, the House should, it never gets done. So let's pin it down to those who will do it and we can hold responsible.
Well taken, Mr. Chair.
And also add Legislative Compliance Committee.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So in respect of, that should come under recommendation number 2.
No, make it number 1. The House should direct the respondent through the Committee of the House on Interior and Legislative Compliance to pay. So you are just adding it after respondents.
Okay, Mr. Chair, I do amend that the House do direct the respondent through the Committee on Interior
Any
and
seconder to this?
Legislative Compliance.
Yeah, any seconder? Yes.
Committee of the Whole or Committee of Supply is a resolution of the House, not
Yes.
for a particular committee. So I will suggest that the House itself.
Is this supply?
No, I'm just giving an example.
Yeah.
Outcome of our sitting in the Committee of the Whole is the resolution of the whole House, not for a particular committee. And a public petition committee has done a very nice job. It's better we leave it this way, that the House itself, through the clerk of the House of Representatives, direct the agency themselves instead of going through the committee again.
I think I agree with you.
Yes.
I totally agree with you. So the clerk to the agencies involved. But I want legislative compliance to be involved to make sure that it's been done. Because if we leave it hanging without legislative compliance, we will not be able to monitor whether or not it's been done. Yeah? So amend it properly and include legislative compliance.
Yeah, the amendments through the clerk to direct the ministry for immediate implementation of the recommendation.
Legislative is discharged, or committees of the House, they are discharged fully of their responsibility. Let legislative compliance be attached to your amendment now.
I think the House can write, and the person is not going to comply. So no matter how influential the Committee on Legislative Compliance is, it's not going to respond. Yes. So the most important thing, let us restrict ourselves to the House, in particular to be written by the clerk of the House, for them to comply.
No, I insist. Add a third prayer. Legislative Compliance Committee to ensure compliance. If you have that amendment, add Legislative Compliance Committee to ensure compliance.
Okay, Legislative Compliance Committee will do the follow-up after the clerk has written to ensure compliance.
Yes.
Should be part of the amendment.
So that we can track, because we want to track the process of this compliance. If we leave it hanging to do a follow-up, who will monitor whether it or not there's a response from them? Maki, you should second that amendment.
I'm Abubakar Maki, Eleman.
The Committee of the Whole considered the report of the Committee on Public Petition, the petition by Jet Surveyor on behalf of 5,000 internally displaced persons against NNPCL, and approved recommendations 1 to 3 of the report. The House and the Committee of the Whole considered the report of the Committee on Public Petitions, petition by award-winning Consult Limited on behalf of Mr. Asedere Otoke Edwin against British Oil and Gas Exploration Production Company Limited for alleged unlawful termination of appointment, and approved recommendations 1 to 3 of the report. The House and the Committee of the Whole considered the report of the Committee on Public Petitions, petition by Prince Martin Solomon Efang against Mobile Producing Nigeria Limited, ExxonMobil Corporation, now Seplat Energy, a letter of protest the non-payment of compensation to the affected victims, need for intervention, and approve recommendations 1 to 3 and approve recommendation 4 as amended of the report. It is the report from the Committee of the Whole that the House and the Committee of the Whole consider the report of the Committee on Public Petitions on the petition by AKS Tepen AKS Main Community MUO on behalf of Paramount rulers, youths, and women of Ikorabase, Ibieno, and Mbo local government areas of Akwa Ibom State against Total Energies Nigerian Limited and Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, NUPRC, for non-inclusion in host community development trusts as provided for in the Petroleum Industry Act 2021, and approve recommendation 1 as amended, approve recommendation 1 and 2 of the report. It is the Chairman's report that in the Committee of the Whole, the committee considered the report of the Committee on Public Petitions, the petition by Dogo Isaac Imoje against Nigerian Immigration Service on wrongful dismissal from service, and approve recommendation 1 as amended, and approve recommendation 2 recommended, and approve recommendation 3 of the report. Leader, please move that the House do adopt the report of the Committee of the Whole as a working instrument of the Parliament.
I rise to move that the House do adopt the reports ably and effectively presented by the Speaker from the Committee of the Whole as working instruments of the House.
Respected colleagues, Aliyu Sanuma Daki is my name, representing the Alapero constituency of Kano State. I stand to second the motion that the House do adopt the report of the Committee of the Whole as working document of the House. I do support.
To adopt the report from the Committee of the Whole as a working instrument of the Parliament. Say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.